So for this video, I'm going to discuss about DSLR camera. But first, I would like to introduce myself. I am Mhark Velasco, BS Criminology student of Sikosat College's second year college section Charlie. So what is DSLR camera all about? A digital single lens reflex camera is a digital camera that combines the optics in the mechanism of a single lens reflex camera with a digital imaging sensor. The reflex design scheme is the primary difference between a DSLR and other digital cameras. What is the main purpose of a DSLR camera? DSLR camera allows you to combine the camera body with lens attachment of your choice, whether that's a fisheye or zoom lens. You're able to get different types of lenses that serve different purposes and give you different looks. Basic part of DSLR camera in their function with features. Whether you have a digital SLR or point shoot, these camera parts will inevitably be found on most cameras. After getting hold of any camera, you need to know the name of the different parts before you start using it. A proper understanding of the names in function is the primary step towards improving your photography skills. Here we will be listing basic part of DSLR camera and their function. Number 1, lens. The lens is one of the most vital parts of a camera. The lights enter through the lens, and this is where the photo process begins. Lenses can be either fixed permanently to the body or interchangeable. They can also vary in focal length, aperture, and other details. Number 2, viewfinder. The viewfinder is the area on the camera that you look through in order to compose your shot. For some cameras, an LCD screen is used as a viewfinder, or your camera may have the option to use either one. Once your photo is taken, it may not look exactly like what you see through the viewfinder. Factors such as lighting, lens, camera setting, and your camera's capabilities will affect the finished result. Because of this, the viewfinder is not intended as a preview of your photo, but rather a tool to aid you in taking it. You as the photographer determine the final result. Mode dial. Most cameras today have a variety of function and automatic features. The mode dial allows you to select different options, such as automatic mode, program mode, sports mode, or macro mode. Older cameras may not have a mode dial because all of the settings are manual. There are also some compact cameras that use a touch screen for selecting option instead of a dial. Number 4, body. The body is the main portion of the camera, and the bodies can be a number of different shapes and size. DSLR tends to be a larger body and a bit heavier, while there are other consumer cameras that are conveniently smaller size and even able to fit into pocket. Number 5, shutter release. Every camera comes equipped with a shutter release button. This is simply the button on the camera that is used to snap the picture. It closes the shutter, allowing the necessary light and information to enter the camera. The amount of the time the shutter stay open depends on what you have your shutter speed set to. The length of time the shutter is left open or exposed is determined by the shutter speed. Number 6, aperture. The aperture affects the image exposure by changing the diameter of the lens opening, which controls the amount of light reaching the image sensor. Some digital compact will have a fixed aperture lens, but most of today's compact cameras have at least a small aperture range. This range will be expressed in f-stop. For DSLR, the lens will vary on f-stop limits, but it is usually easily defined by reading the side of the lens. There will be a set of numbers stating the f-stop or f-stop range. Example, f2.8 or f3.5, 5.6. This will be your lowest settings available with that lens. Number 7, image sensor. The image sensor converts the optical image to an electronic signal, which is then sent to your memory card. There are two main types of image sensors that are used in most digital cameras, CMOS and CCD. Both forms of the sensor accomplishment the same task but each has a different method of performance. Number 8. LCD screen. The LCD screen is found on the back of the body and can vary in size. On digital compact cameras, the LCD has typically begun to replace the viewfinder completely. On DSLRs, the LCD is mainly for viewing photos after shooting, but some cameras do have a live mode as well. Number 9. Flash. The onboard flash will be able on all cameras except professional grade DSLRs. It can sometimes be useful to provide a bit of extra light during dim low light situations. Number 10. Focus ring. Film or digital SLR cameras will most likely have a focus ring. This is a ring typically found on the lenses that allows manual control of the camera's focus. You can decide if you want the whole image is in focus or just a part of it. Many cameras have an autofocus feature addition to the focus ring. Other cameras, such as point-and-shoot cameras, will not have a focus ring at all, as all of the focus set automatically. Video start stop button. Don't press the red button unless you want to shoot video, that's it. This video may show you up in a different position on your camera, but it is likely still decorated with a red dot. Some camera forgot a separate record button, instead use the regular shutter button along with a movie mode on the mode dial for shooting videos. Number 12. Exposure compensation button. If you want to control aperture, you need to hold down this button. If not in manual mode, this button allows you to adjust exposure compensation, that is, make the image brighter or darker while still letting the camera make its own decision about which settings to use to achieve that. That's all for today's video. Thank you for watching, ma'am. And please don't forget, this is just a list of major parts. I will keep adding all other parts slowly. Like this post and don't forget to share it.